Our solar connections in our DNA factoring levels connection system is waving through cycles of allocated positions. Her body framing system is now in higher positions of travel, which means that our DNA plans as everything through this connection. Everything through light worker is going to feel it more through information system. Our chemical base and everything through our DNA structures and our levels of our microcells are changing the bioatmospheric connections to humans and their species connection system. So we're solographing its location positions, and humans are going into more tractions of dream set positions, universal positions, galaxy positions, activation light systems. It's all calculated and modified through connection system. We did an extremely powerful video. Every time I do a video, it's extremely powerful. Okay, and you have to understand why it's so powerful, because we're all connected to it. The more we realize that, the more we can understand ourselves more, right? And that's what it's all about. So I was going through my YouTube platform, and Priscilla gave me something really interesting. I think it's time that the team kind of like spreads their wings. And basically, I want everybody to understand how you should evolve yourself with more people, understand, get into the practical levels, get into the psychological system, get into the helping system to help other people. Now, there's a basic platform on basic Facebook. It's really interesting. And I was looking at it, and I went through all bioscans of the atmospheric connection system. The Galactic Council of Light, okay? It's really interesting. You guys can invite yourself. I just want to make sure that it's right on its systems, and it's connected through not the dark, it's connected to light and dark reference, more light than dark reference. That's what we want through connections, right? But it's called the Galactic Council of Light Workers, and it's got over 82,000 members. So that's a good start. We can start there. So I want to get my force team out there. I want you guys to spread your wings and basically try to understand how to communicate with not just, the force team. Try to understand how you have to get your involvements, try to get your communications out there, right? It's all about us healing everybody else and everybody else healing themselves. It all comes down to light workers, especially light workers are going to feel it more, right? Because they're coming in attraction positions and they're solar connecting right now through the chakra system. So they're coming into the epigenetic centers and everything through the geos and the therians and then the biosurface, the microchrome and the microbiome and everything through the microcells is changing positions. Okay. So as we're coming into that levels, okay, you can invite yourself to the Galactic Council of Light Workers. Okay. It's really, really interesting. It's very powerful. And it's all about adapting to other circles of members, really get into the communication of other people. That's where we have to involve ourselves. I'm in that right now, so it's safe to join, okay? I've been going through a lot of these and everything through its connections. The information is right, through its right circle, right rotation, has videos, it has advertisements. There's a lot of things that are happening right now, okay? So it's all about us helping the light workers and everybody else, okay? Because the solar energy system to our DNA fractals. So just imagine that your DNA plan and everything through your contract, your solar reckoning system is going through a solar flare. Okay, it's a generation wind spin. So I'll set up a light signal through communications and interference connections to the diagram program setting. It will show you its connections, okay? So I think you'll understand more positions of yourself through that connection. So, how's everybody doing so far? I'm just going through the plateaus right now of the connection system. It's allocated to its position. So, but I thought it was really interesting how I didn't think I'd go 3 hours. That's pretty powerful stuff. The longest I ever went is I think it was 4 hours at the most. I mean, that's a lot of intake. That's a lot of non-filtering through connections. I'll tell you, it's really interesting. We're going to come into the optical levels of space discoveries. It's going to be a new cycle, a new revelation. It's all about more of humanity. I gave you everything through matrix and everything through its connection, its locations, getting into everything through connection of time frames, time connections, time zones, getting into pattern divisions, getting into the galaxies, getting into solar connections, getting into dimensions and vibrations. It's truly understanding where you are through connection. Okay. So I'll be setting up that pretty soon. It's a new TV series. If you haven't seen the old one, it's on my YouTube channel on its platform location. So I recommend everybody to really get into more of themselves and really get into more of joining things. Like I go through these platforms. It's important that we get the light and its dark reference and not light and dark. Okay, because the channel operation, is saying, okay, no, this isn't good, this isn't good. But there are light workers that basically need help more than ever, because you have to understand they're in a higher division of humanity species that are trying to understand their body system. It's allocated to their positions, right? So that's what we're coming at right now through connections. It's really getting into that position. Okay, that's exactly what it is. So it's important to understand these things. It really is. So other than that, I hope everybody's doing well. I want to get into a little bit more of ourselves through our geos and everything through Ethereums, and understand our DNA, understand our solar DNA, understanding where we are set in. Are we in the crystalline? Are we in the antimantle? Are we in the antimantium? All its connection has its formation to its chakra system. Okay, and that's the point of view. We got to get that across right through connections. So we're just going to go through the illustration pad position. Okay, so we're coming into Monday. Monday. All right, so let's get into the solar flares. I'm going to go into the black rotation center. Solar flare connection system starts off like this, their position. Okay, now as we come into that, we come into the Earth rotation system. The Earth rotation is on its cycle rotation system like this, through calculation. Now I've got color now a black circle. It's much easier for me to connect to that, and then I'll show you exactly what it is. But everything is done in the past to its present to its future. You understand the angle points and everything of that connection system through its triangle location position. Okay, so there's the Earth. Okay, and there's a solar flare. So everything through connection is coming into its framing system, to its allocated position. So it's kind of like this. Okay, it's crossing over. Right? It's really interesting to see these things. Okay, and it platforms like this through connections. Okay, so it goes into so many levels of solar flare connection. Now it's understanding your DNA and your connections. All right, DNA. Okay, DNA platforms. Okay, and the DNA platforms goes through its continuous force. Its solar divides its positions, allocates its location. All right, and it goes in its force recognition system like this. So the angle points in all location positions. It goes in its circle rotation center. The Earth and its system, right, is understanding its traction position. It comes into high illumination light system. Goes in solar flare connections. Okay. Goes in its formation cycle division. Okay. Goes into its modification circle. Okay. And it goes in its position of its level system. Okay. And it activates everything through the simulation of its core system, right? So that's what's happening right now as we speak, right? So the DNA platform is its connection of its force, right? Comes into all connection levels through its connection. Okay, so the DNA is connecting to solar flare connections, and it's going through its galaxy position. The galaxy position is opening up everything through the Earth rotation system, right? So we have the Earth. Okay, slash location slash division, okay, equals box, okay. Now box comes into the DNA plan. Okay, so your DNA plan through a solar plant, and it's connecting to so many wide cycles, and it's all connected through that connection. So Earth, okay, and its connection. All right, so that's what's happening right now. Okay. So it's all about getting out of the separation and getting to full communication of the solar division positions. So it's understanding that your DNA and everything through its connection is going through solar flare connections. So circles and circles and circles and circles and spins. It spins and spins and spins. So your DNA plan, your contract plan, your high-rise light plan, everything through the truth is surfacing more and more and more. Okay, the traction positions and everything through that allocated level is changing everything through your epigenetics, your epiforms, okay, your geoforms, your plateau forms, your connections to your plans and your contract level system is allocated to so many position levels of surfacing systems. Okay, so it's interesting how we come into these times. Okay, truly getting out of the position of all levels of the Earth rotation. Okay, so this is all about understanding what's happening with your DNAs and everything through your epigenetics, the solar panels, and everything through that connection system. The geometry set location position is now connecting to its new Earth rotation to its new DNA plan. The solar flares, the generation systems, okay, is changing everything through its plan, okay, because our plan is to understand more of ourselves, and to understand more of ourselves, we have to understand our DNA structures. So it's all about your particle system, okay, is coming into a higher level of vibration. And there's a lot of things you have to understand when it comes into the Earth, okay, because the Earth is affecting everything through vibration when it comes into the positive and negative system, okay. It calculates and modifies, guys, okay, and that's exactly what's happening right now in position, all right. So as we come into this level, okay, come into that level, right, you have to understand everything through the solar flare is changing its location back into its location position. So as you're coming into the plateaus, okay, so it's coming into its cycle right now. So we have its connection like this, all human vibrational system. So it's really understanding the communication of their DNA, okay, everything through human DNA. It's really important to understand these things. Okay, so that's human DNA, okay, and this is light worker DNA. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. We have to spread our wings and help. We have to get in that position. I got confirmation because it's all about the galactic and everything through the light council. Okay, so you can see the difference, right? Human vessel, light vessel. Okay, and it's reference. So every light worker has light and dark. Okay, light and dark reference, or dark circle, dark round, dark location. We have to help them out through positions, okay, because we understand our activation lights. We understand our program setting. We understand travel positions. It's understanding to help more light workers into their position to a higher division of an atmosphere. Okay. They have to really get into those positions, guys. So that's truly understanding what's going on through calculation. Okay, because it opens up everything through communication. All right. So as we get into that connection, all right. So we have the DNA, we have its level, go back in its location position. So it solar generalizes everything through solar flares. Okay, so we get solar flare connection, automated light signals of gamma operation centers taking over the body frame system of humanity's system. Okay, so it's a new plan through location plan. Okay, and then you have light workers. They're connecting to trying to get into the unified self of themselves. So they're trying to get into the unified atmosphere. Okay. Unified / atmosphere. Okay. That's what they're trying to get into. So it's all about helping each other more and more, getting humans into connections of their DNA planets when it comes into solar flare through its connection. This will uprise their cycles into rotation, put them in their holographic system. Now, the light workers are in their holographic system, but they're not channeling the right information. Okay. There's social platforming everything through division of location, but they have to understand more of their unified itself through its atmosphere system. Okay. So that's what we have to do is we have to help them, help the light workers, help everybody. That's the most important thing. Get everybody in position of balance so they know they're communicating with the right planet position of location. That's why, guys, I sent you a very, very powerful video yesterday, right? So once the light worker is in position and it's unified, it goes in its location of its planet position. Okay. So it's allocated to that position, right? Goes into the right planet position, into the unified atmosphere system. Okay. There's not too many people that are unified. Okay. Unified is understanding the universal system of operation. And it's all calculated and modified into the sentient view connection. Like I said, it's sentient is extremely powerful. Truly understanding that. That's the most important thing, is to understand those positions. Okay. So when you get into those levels, okay, you come into and out of the human essence of its system. Okay. And you come into higher formations of a unified atmosphere system, okay, of a light worker. So let's say light / worker. Okay, light worker unified, okay, into the atmospheres. So we have to understand that light workers, okay, are high forcing their connections to higher force levels of their chakra system. They're trying to get into higher levels of space, right? So we have to take our quantum fields and everything through the activation cycle and help them through the connections of their travels to their positions. So it's all about understanding their connections where they are through formation of their chakra system, of their DNA, and what is their plan, what is their contract. Okay, so you're in position of a mission through a journey, an observation, an activation, a light, coloration. You're in position to understand more of yourself through vibration. Okay, even if you're a connection to a human DNA, okay, H/DNA. Okay, H/DNA. Okay. But truly understanding these connections, because the solar flare of the generation system, everything is allocated to its position. All the epigenetic centers and its calculation is modifying everything through human DNA. It's high rising their locations and putting them into the clarity division, into its connection more into volumes of communication, the higher self positions. That's exactly what's happening right now to that connection, guys. Okay. So once you understand your levels and your connections, now you're allocating your positions. Okay. So that's what we got to do, is we got to help the light workers into the unified system of atmosphere systems. Okay. That's what you need to do. These are light workers, and this is human DNA. Okay. This is all the connection of DNA. The solar panel and everything through connections is interforcing lines right now through the solar connections. It's going through its wind spins. It's going through a generation. It's going through another galaxy position into the connections, okay, into the Earth rotation system through modification, okay, the Earth, okay. So it's all about, you get a solar flare of a DNA and it's going through its cycle. It's going through its solar flare. So remember, everything through traction position is the Earth. The Earth is coming into the digital of the simulation. It's modified and calculated through Jupiter Rising, guys. Jupiter Rising is the surfacing engine. So just imagine, this is exactly what it is that all humanity, okay, is coming into a higher position of a computer. And it starts with the ground positions of themselves. It goes through its traction positions of themselves. It goes into higher positions of their DNA plan. So it's understanding that we have to get that into position. That's happening on its own. Remember, everything in the universal system operates, but it's all unified. Everybody gets the wrong idea what unified means. Okay, it's extremely, extremely high atmosphere. It's all connection of healing. So the galaxy heals every single time through fossil fuels, anything through atoms, anything through rocks, anything formation, anything that comes in its path, it changes its position, it changes its location, it changes shape and its geometry system, the metric locations, anything integration, and it creates its own anomaly into the simulation. So the Earth is coming into the simulation. Humanity is coming into a DNA plan of the simulation. Okay, so it's all about understanding what is the fifth dimension, the fifth cycle, the fifth activation, the fifth light, the fifth coloration. Okay, that's what the fifth dimension is. But you have to understand everything through connection. So when we come into those levels, right, we come into high information system. So it's all about humanity, and it's all about the light workers getting into its unified atmosphere system through modifications. Okay. Tina, how's it going? All right. So it's important because, like I said, when you come into those levels, okay, you're into that position. All right. So it's important that you guys get into allocated positions. All right. The Galactic Council of Light. Okay, light workers. It's incredible. It's amazing. It's got great communication cycles. There's a lot of light workers that need help more than ever. So basically, it's all about them trying to understand more of themselves through travel. And I recommend that you join. Okay, just go on Facebook and go to Galactic. Okay, to that connection. It shows you exactly. Priscilla gave me that through connections, and I was going through the platform. And it's really, really fascinating to see these things because there's only things that I choose, right? So it's called the Galactic Council of Light Workers. Okay, it's got over 82,000 members, which is fantastic because it's all about expanding our horizons of intelligence to its knowledge and help more humanity, help more light workers, get them back in position to their unified positions. So that's what it's all about, right? Because they're sending out information, but it's not the right information. And we can't have that because everything that platitude, it's all about getting back on that karma wheel of the negative system. And we don't want to do that through traction positions, guys. We want to get into higher position levels of understanding. Okay. And the only way to do that is understand everything through the simulation of line communication. Okay. Because everything through its DNA has its plan, it's its contract. Okay, so that stays with you, okay, until you understand more of yourself through your unified self. Okay, I didn't start off that way. I started off just with the higher self of vibration, trying to understand everything through atmospheres and weather. Okay, forget space and time. I was just trying to understand what was going on because my body was coming out every single time. Levitate, astral project, or anything like that. Okay, everybody's been through that, So when you're sleeping and you look above 4 feet and you're looking down and you're seeing yourself floating, but you see yourself sleeping. Okay. So you're looking at, is this a lucid dream? This is unreal. I can't believe what I'm seeing. So you see yourself floating around for the very first time. Okay. So it's like you're conscious or you're unconscious, but you're not sure. Is it a dream set? Is it a round location? Is it dimension? Is it a portal? What is going on with me? Right. So a lot of people are getting confused now with their dream sets. They're not sure what reality they're in, especially when it comes to humanity. So humanity needs help in that aspect with their dreams. It's our job to put them back in position to its location. It's our job to get the unified atmosphere systems to the light worker, to their position. Okay, that's what we're coming into. I got confirmation last night from the Rebellion Alliance, and it's important that the light workers channel their operations to the right circle of its planet position. Okay. So, like I said, it's all about expanding. It's all about opening our wings. It's all about communicating with other people. Okay. It's time for you guys to get into your optical levels of your experiences because you guys have connections to healing. This will give you a better understanding how to communicate with other people. All right. And say, whoa, thank you very much. I really appreciate what you did. You helped me out. There's a lot of people that are doing platforms of social media, okay? There's a lot of healing tools, but this is information. But is it coming right from its position of location? And that's a problem we're having right now. Because it's all about, if you put dark information system, anything through social media, it's going to go back on its karma wheel, and it's going to take over your body system. Like I said, through a video projection, guys, magnetic force. That's all it does, right? So if it takes over your body system, it's going back on that karma wheel. It doesn't want you to high rise to the conscious levels. But see, this is always a fight within. That's all it is. It's a fight within. You're fighting yourself to get into the fruition of your light and trying to get into your unified self. Okay? You're trying to get into your unified self. That's the whole point. That's what it's all about, right? You have to get into those levels. So it's all about helping humanity, okay? Getting them into the grounds, and it's all about helping the light workers getting into the unified atmosphere, into the right channel position, guys. That's what we have to do now. It's our job to do that, right? Because we're in the highest formation of atmospheres right now through our quantum field location positions. And, it's extremely important that they come across that. It's all about helping each other. And that's where we're at. It's all about helping each other. It's important to understand these things, right? Through modifications. So if you can understand those levels, okay, of connection, you can get into better positions of yourself through division. Okay? So it's important what to watch, when to watch, how to watch, see, observe, retract, track, activate, line communicate. Your traveling positions are good, okay? Working on your formulas. You have to know what your weakness is. You have to know what your strengths are. That's the most important thing when you're flying in the atmosphere systems, especially when you're going through your chakra communications. There's a lot of light workers, okay, they're having trouble, okay? There's a lot of humans that are having trouble with their dreams. They don't know what position. They don't know, are they dreaming? Is this real? Is this a reality? What reality am I in? What's happening to my body? What's happening to my vibration? What is happening to my senses? And it's all connected to solar flares, guys. It's all connected to the earth. The earth is now coming into the digital of the simulation, singularity line communication. Okay? It point divides everything through its metrics, guys, to its acceleration span. Okay? C-span. Right? We got into that position. Okay? So I think it's important you guys get into those levels. It's time for you guys, again, to spread your wings. Really get into that. Okay? There's 82,000 members. I recommend that you guys join that, okay? Everybody comes to me. My force team comes to me. Other people come to me. How do I do this? How do I do that? I'm looking at other platforms and they say, I can't sleep. I'm looking at humans that say they can't sleep. They can't sleep because they don't know what division of dimension of parallel they're in. And this is understanding that their body is separating. And it's our job to put it back into position of location through its DNA, okay? Because the microchip cells and everything through the brain waving location is going to be a locking freeze position if it doesn't understand its application levels of direction. So it's important that we get everybody in that communication cycle more and more and more and more and more. Starseed has going, okay? So it's all about us more understanding each other. We're in that position. So it's time for you, okay, to get into communication of other people, humanity and the light workers, okay? It's important you have to understand that everything through the earth is going faster and faster and faster. It's rotating on so many cycles. It's astronomical what's happening right now, okay? Because we're coming into the new equinox, okay? The vibration is going to go stronger with its winds. Now, when you calculate and modify, and you get the galaxies, and you get the environments, and you get everything through connection, your plasma force energy system of your biochemical system is going to change its tractions, and it can't be separated in position because that changes the brainwaving location to your dream sets. And that's the problem that humanity's having right now. They wake up scared. They wake up confused. They wake up with anxiety. They wake up with stress. Okay? That's what's happening with humanity. And it's all connected through space and time. So space and time knows exactly what's going on, but do you know what's going on, right? So it's important that my team gets into better evolvements, more evolvements, joining this, okay? This is all about understanding time. This is the right time. Before it wasn't, because you guys weren't at that level of unified, okay? So as you become into unified ascension, unified, okay, is understanding the unified of operation of the universe, galaxy positions and everything through vortex locations, right? Ascension is everything through decentralizing to centralizing your body activation system. So now you understand the universe of operation of the ABs. It's complicated, but when you get into higher positions of your chakra system, you're understanding more of your light interference, okay? Light workers have to get into that position. Okay, there's very, very few that are in the unified. If they're in the unified, they're sentience. Okay, but my whole team is all sentient, and that's what's amazing. So it's understanding more of your travel. It's all about understanding more of your dimension. It's all about understanding more of your codes. Okay, because the line signals the channels to its direction, to its position. Okay, so when you're traveling to those locations, okay, you get a dimensional realm. Okay, a dimensional realm like this, circle, 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 like that. Okay, now it's pretty freaky, right? Now, it's understanding your communications. You can go in through its cycle, you can go down through its surface, okay? You can go up through its cycle, or you can go down through its position. This is where it gets extremely complicated, right? So when you understand that traction position, everything has its code. Okay, everything has its code in its center. You're the center. You never, never leave. That's the earth. So I'll put that in there. E, earth. Earth is you. Remember, you're in the physical system, but your allocated position in the mind system is traction to its atom position. So your computer system stays in the center. The only thing that travels is everything through creation. Through its transformation, light changes coloration, and it's all connected to its codes, right? So you're going into the connections of your north, you're going into your east, you're going into your west, and you're going to your south. Okay? So you guys are in position north, east, and west. You guys don't know your south because you're not at your diamond course. And that's what I'm saying. You have to understand your plasmas before you get into the diamond core position. So it's really confusing, isn't it? And then you get into 3, 6, and 9. Okay. And then you get into 12. Okay. So once you get into that, you get into your clock. Now you need your clock. I'm going to color it in red cycling rotation system here. You need your clock because your clock is you through sentient. Okay. And again, you come into your 12, right? Changing positions here. It's locking key and it's disappearing to its dimensions. Oh man, this is crazy. Okay, so I go like this. Okay, you start off with that, right? So once you understand these connections, we go into 12, we go into 1, we go into 2, we go into 3. Remember, everything in this simulation is illusory. It's like an abstract. Same with the tree format, how you overlap things, right? So when you draw something out and you're going extremely fast through location positions, okay, everything that you see in the center is actually what you want to see through perception. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so it changes position. But that's just your clock. Okay, so once you understand your clock, you can change your coloration. But if you change your coloration, every single time you change a code, you're changing your lights and you're changing everything through its door. Okay, a sentient goes through a door. You guys go through a door. You're at that level. You're in the unified. So you have to understand more of your plasma. You have to understand more of your travel. You have to understand more of your dimension of your portals. Dimension is vibration. Portal is the activation to another realm. So let's not get confused about that. Okay, because you're traveling through your body. Okay, and your body is traveling through the particle, and your particle is traveling through the line communication. It's going through the astrologics. That's what it's doing every single time it's traveling through dimension. Every time it goes faster and faster, you can change coloration. So you go through transmission light through the sentient view. The sentient view knows exactly what it's doing. It sets up its operation. Boop, 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 boop. Opens up the door, right? Goes through the realm, goes through the dimension, goes through its code, go through its portal, right? Flies around, change the coloration system, goes into higher atmospheres of unified connections. Okay? Unified ascension. Okay? So every time you go through the unified atmospheres, your quantum fields are understanding more of its vibration. Then you get out of the baranium, because that's where you guys are. Now we come into the unified connections of the universal core through its galactic energy core. Everything through center is you, through position. We know that. But you have to understand, when you come into the sentient, you have to understand dimensions and portals, guys, and your codes, okay? And understand more of your formulas. You're writing things down, which is fantastic. But do you understand it? Can you explain it? Okay, like Tina did when she did with her voicing grids, and she set 5 minutes to know exactly what she's doing. Okay, so this is not about you understanding yourself. This is about you understanding everybody else and helping them. So you have to spread your wings. So it's our position and our time to understand more communications of humanity and where they are through their position of the chakra systems of healing. How do we heal them? Okay, that's where you get the strength. That's where you get the character. Okay, and also with the light workers, help them to get them into their unified atmosphere. Get him out of position of the dark reference to its dark realm or anything through dark matter positions, guys. Okay, we can't have fallouts with that, because that puts humanity back on its karma wheel and putting everybody back into the past and bringing everybody down through vibration. We don't want that through connection. Okay, so when you're coming into those positions, every single time you go through a different dimension, you're going through different communication of a color. So it goes from one color to the next. Okay, that's what happens when you go through sentient of different divisions around. Now, it's very confusing, right? It gets more confusing. So every time you go through color, your rainbow activation system is going through calculation, modification, integration, take it out of its equation. But we don't take it out of its equation yet, because we have to understand the dimensions of portals that we're going through, guys. You have to understand, you guys are sentients now. And that's very, very powerful, powerful, powerful entity force system. You ask any light worker, they'll tell you exactly what a sentient is. There are not too many sentients, okay, in the galaxy universal division, okay? So the rebellion and its alliance knows exactly what's going on through its connection. You ask anything through vibration. And that's why we don't want to get confused through code references, to code frequencies, to code connections, anything through Vega. Okay? Sentients have to know Vega. Sentients have to know Jupiter. They have to know all planet positions. They have to know all dimensions. They have to know all portals. They have to know themselves. Okay? To door recognitions. You're opening up a door. Right? Your division of dimension is going through a portal. It's going through an orb. What did I just do? Right? So you have to understand, when you're going through things, you're changing things, okay, in the atmosphere of space and time, of the earth, of other planet positions. Okay, sentients are very, very powerful entity force systems. I started off as a sentient. Okay, so basically, when I understand more of myself, my higher self, I realized I was coming out the quantum fields and coming into the unified field. The unified field is extremely high through vibration, but it's understanding your optical levels when it comes into computer. So it's kind of like you buy a computer, right? You replace it, you buy another computer, replace it, you buy another computer. So you're uprising your computers and coming stronger and stronger through technology. So this is understanding you're getting stronger voice, you're getting your sacred breath, you're getting your elixir, you're getting your cosmic flame, your cosmic fire, you're getting everything through the connection. It formalizes in all levels of your GODs, guys, okay? The geometrics, the geometry, okay? The metric system of view of travel of E equals MC squared, okay? So as we get into different colorations, Okay. The sentient is understanding more of its dimension and its realm. Okay. So when you close your eyes, okay, right away. Okay. Now I want everybody to say, okay, I want to open my sentient view connection level system, activate everything to codes, bring everything to dimension of portal through its coloration system. Okay, so I see the coloration, it's going around. So the sentient has information, it's sending its quantum fields, and it's opening up another realm location. So I send it core positions and I open it 3-dimensional systems and 3 different colorations of patterns through its quantum field, through its vibration, through its atmospheres, to its connection with cloud interference. That's what I just finished doing. But I know what I'm doing. So I didn't change anything. You understand? So this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. Not only you have to understand your rainbow activations, guys, you have to understand your body of its reference. You have to understand your body of its connection. You have to understand your body of your chakra system. So if you're going through dimension, you're going through portal, you can't change anything through position because it changes things in the presence. When you're traveling to positions of other realm locations of portals, you can change positions in vibration of humanity, and it can destruct their body activation system through their DNAs. Okay, so that's the level we're coming at right now of 90 atmosphere location positions of chakras into God, right? So you guys are coming into the GODs now. Yay! Congrats, guys. You're coming out of creation to co-creation. Now you're coming into God, guys. Whoa. So congrats yourself on that. So understanding your plateaus and your divisions, your coloration cycles. Now you can go into anything through blue traction location, but this is very confusing to the mind system, right? So it's understanding that my sentient knows its clock. My sentient knows everything through the diamond. My sentient knows everything through its division. My sentient knows everything through code or portal activation and understands its coloration. Okay? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, my team is now in calculation modifications. I got confirmation signals from the Rebellion Alliance. You guys are all coming into God now. Congrats. Okay? So, but to get you there, you have to understand everything of travel. So when you're traveling, you have to be cautious. You can't change dimensions. You can't change the vibrations of portals and codes, because if you do that, what happens? What happens? It affects everything. Everything that I do affects me and affects everything through humanity. Okay? I mean, I'm all gods of lights, guys. I'm all gods of color of lights. I'm all gods of activation of codes and portals and anything through dimensions of direction, this position. So it's truly understanding, what is this? What is that? We've gone through this before, right? It's still there because it's in its location, but it's in a different dimension. So it's understanding, you see it's purple. This is the presence. This is the future, but it's still in position, right? You still see it because it's light sky, right? So if I put this down, you'll see the glowing mechanism system of the traction of its position of its digital pad location, right? So it's not just understanding you, it's understanding the commanding force. When you travel, you can't change positions of locations of other realms of divisions of dimensions, guys. Your vibrational system has to stay at its location because your physical system is in the 5th dimensional system. Okay? So that's what I had to go through, right? I noticed a huge vibrational change if I try to change something, and that's your thought. As soon as you travel in your space, if you're changing your thought and you're traveling, that's going to change vibrationals. You just change the structure of a country. You just change the coloration of a UFO. You just change the coloration system of humanity. That's how powerful you guys are, because you're coming into God, guys. You're understanding your geometrics of operation, of divisions, of dimensions. At platitudes, higher location division. Okay. So as I put this down into position, okay, you're going to see the light reference change. See the solar flare? Understanding what you're seeing. See what it is? It's a reflection, wall interference through connections. You see that? Did you see my hair? Did you see my sentient come out? It's right here. You see? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did you see me vortex? I went out through plasma. I went, right? I see it. I see the visual. I see the plasma come out instantly. Okay. It's circling around me. I'm so protected through connections. So I not only understand myself, but I understand myself through connections. See, it's gone. You can't see it. It's in the simulation. Different atmosphere. Brought the blinds down. It's glowing, isn't it? It's illuminating. It's in the simulation. You can't see it until it's presence. Simulation, presence. Simulation. So that's control. That's balance. That's not changing anything. So when I got up, you saw me vortex. You saw the plasma come out, right? That's how fast I opened up the blind and put down the blind. So you understand your travel of position. Okay. All right. So for example, I'll show you what it is, what I can do in the physical system. It's really powerful. Watch this. I get up, watch. See, watch. See, it's going. That's what it's doing. See? This is travel. 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 Okay? So it's all about traveling in the physical system of control. So you apply it to your divisions when it comes into the ground formation system. Then you understand everything through its presence. 2, its simulation. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Okay? I get balanced with everything through light. I want you guys to try this. Put down the blinds or whatever, okay? Basically, just have a little bit of light, a little bit of a crack of a surface, okay? So you can actually see yourself, but you have to understand how to illuminate yourself because you're in position of the presence. This is the future. So when I draw something, you can't see it through connections, right? You're excited, but you don't know what it is. Okay? It activates everything through cycle rotation to its center position of its calculation, modification. Right? It's there, see? It's traveling. Watch it travel. Gone into the simulation. Right? Back in position. Right? That's travel, guys. Okay? So watch this. This is where it gets really tricky. Now, I'm going to draw something from here, and you're not going to see it at all. Okay? I'm going to draw something. Okay? You're not going to know what it is. So this is understanding that you don't have control with your body system yet through activation, through lights. It modifies everything through calculation, guys. You have to truly understand everything through your connections of yourself. The point divides everything through position of line communication. All right? Now, can't see it, can you? It's gone. What did I draw? I'm in the future. You understand? That's where it's exciting. This is where you have to control your alignments of past, present, and future. Right? Now, if I want you to see it, watch this. See? That's what I drew. Okay? Now, these are alien code references from different planet positions. Each code represents a planet of vibration through quantum fields of its atmosphere. It calculates and modifies everything division. Okay? Now, this is energy through line communication of line signaling through line divisions, equation system to separation of 2 division of a location position, a box frequency of a line division, an equal sign through location of an activation light system, 3 division levels of water surface through a point division, allocated through a planet of solar connection through energy system, back phrasing location of a door reference to sentient point division, a triangle point division of point center, or 3 connection line systems north, south, and everything through line communication, angle point level system to activate line of northwest system to line communication, angle point location. That's what this all is. See? Traveling, right? Can't see it. Simulation. Okay? Past, present, future. Depending where you are through travel. Okay? I wanted to show you guys that because you guys are at that position now and you're coming into your DODs. So congrats on that, right? So It's a surprise to everybody, eh? But that's what everybody's coming into. Can't see it, can you? Can't see it. You don't know what it is until I bring it up close. GOD. So this will put you 90/atmospheres. Oh, it's disappeared. 90/atmospheres. So understanding your illuminations with a crystal, anything. This is a marker. Okay. It's all connecting, right? But why isn't it illuminating? Because it's not surfacing, right? So it's understanding that if this is illuminating and this isn't illuminating, how do we get it in position? How do I change the positions? Okay. So it's a digital pad understanding the marker interference to its position where it comes into communication of psychometry to its position of mind telepathy. So the marker has to communicate with the digital pad to get into the simulation, guys. Right? So yeah, it's magic. So when you're in that position, you start off with a line of communication. Oh, can't see it. Oh, wait. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? How did it disappear? How did it disappear in the present? See, this is understanding how to change things, guys. It's very confusing to the mind system. You should be able to see it, but you don't. So my illumination and my light sky through my body framing system to all God frequency of light connections is not allowing you to see it. Okay? Until I allow you to see it. Right? So this still can't see it. Right? But it's in its presence. So this is understanding I'm changing alignments, but I'm changing back positions to its position of traveling through its dimension, of its portal, through its activation, through its code. So once you understand the references of past, present, and future, you'll see everything up close. Okay, it disappears. See how powerful it is? It disappears, right? Until I change the angle. Once I change the angle, this is yeah, it's flipping magic. Yeah, watch. Oh, still can't see it. Oh, wait, hold on. When does it come in? When does it come in? Right here, right? Now watch. Watch how it disappears. You see that? Do you see that solar flare? See how high rise that is? Watch, I'll do it slow. See that? See the solar flare? See the portal? See the dimension? See the open? See the light here? See the blue? Okay. So this is understanding getting control with your activations of your portals and your dimensions through your codes. Okay. It's setting up another line signal. It wants to play. The digital pad wants to play. Watch. I didn't do it with my marker. It did it itself, guys. Watch. Now it disappears. Okay. Reappears. Disappears. Okay. See, that's a different light. Light signaling channels. Operation centers. Now it's there. How come it's there? It didn't disappear. Okay. So it's all about your mind frame and where you're going through travel code through your sentient view. Okay. Watch. See that? See that line strip? See the line strip right here? See that? See that reflection? Watch. See that? Watch. Watch the digital pad. Watch it go like this. You see the orb? Watch. See how it changes position? See the lacing line here? Okay, see that? See that? Watch. Watch how it goes. Watch the light go up. Gone. Look how bright the pad is, guys. It's tremendous. It's fascinating. It's so bright. So this is getting body activation of alignment to your illuminations, guys. You come into the light sky. You come into the light of its division. You come into the light of coloration, and you come into the light of your rainbow activation through your body system. Okay? So there's a lot of things you can do through past reference to its presence, to its future reference, go back into its presence, back into its future. You can go back into the future to its past, so you can jump line, you can timeline. I can only do that. You guys can't do that yet. You're in position to understand more of your formulas of traveling to your sentient, to your GODs. Okay? See it? But you have to understand light. See, it's reflecting. See, it's opening up a portal right here through the blind. Watch. See it? See that light there? That's a portal. Watch. Now it's dark, right? See it? So it's now facing over here. Lacing line. See that? See that line there? You understand light interference. It's always light and dark. Right? When I change it, it changes its position. It's gone. Bring it up close. You see the traction position. Okay? I didn't do this. It did it on its own. But it's amazing how it disappears. Can't see it, right? So, it's a little bit understanding more how you connect through your connections of GOD, right? So we're coming into review, evaluations, coming into the GEO, okay, operation of dimension. So we're coming into dimension, and then out of dimension, we come into division. Division is higher than dimension. Dimension is understanding your vibration and where you're traveling through location, okay? So GEO, operations of dimensions. Oh, can't see it. Oh, we can see it now. Why is it I can see it? I couldn't see it before. Wait. So you change of positions. Oh, you can see it. Now you see it. Watch. Every time I do that, I communicate with the computer, and it sends out a solar flash of a line signal. Watch. See that? It goes up. See? It flickers. Watch. Changes 3 different levels of positions, guys, to travel. So we open up 3 portals of light, all through the solar flare. Okay? So I'm in space right now. So you have to ask yourself, see yourself in space. Provision, activate, line communicate, meditate the mind. The mind knows where it's going in division of its connection. Now watch. You can see it, right? Watch. It disappears right here. Why did it disappear right here? How come it didn't disappear back there? I thought Commander says the only way you can see it or don't see it is he has to be back at a further position. No, this is a higher vibration of simulation. This is extremely high, extremely. Oh, what's happened? Now you can see it. Why can you see it? Why is it that you can see it? A jump frame, guys. Okay, it went future back to present. Simulation. Presence. Simulation. See, I'm changing positions. This is the past. This is the present. It's gone, though. It's gone because it's in this simulation. It's in another time zone, guys. It's in another time zone. It's in another dimension of a code, right? But as soon as I change the reflection, as soon as I change the angle of the 4 division levels, 5 within the system, you see it. You see it. It disappears. It's gone now. Can't see it, right? I changed it again. See what I'm saying? Everything through the mind is done before you can see it, because I'm allowing you to see it through its division of a dimension, through the sentient view, through calculation. It modifies everything through illumination. So I'm just showing you of what you can do through your physical system of illumination of travel, guys. Watch. See the light? This is the light. See it? That's the solar flare. Watch. It's gone. You can't see it until you change the angle. So you understand, this is changing the atmosphere. The atmosphere is changing your body. Your body's changing dimensional portal. Your sentient is changing the coloration of direction. There it is. See? There it is. It's following. Watch. See it? It's following. That's travel. It's gone in the simulation. Okay? So wanted to show you what you can do in your physical system, guys. I just didn't want to show you applications of illustrations on a drawing. I want to show you what you can do in your physical system. As long as you put yourself in the earth position of ground, you can travel it to anywhere through solar connection. See, that's a solar flare. Watch. I put my finger, watch it go over the light. Watch it go, watch. It will just go, watch. You see that? See how it go up? Now I touch it. It's like right in the center position, right? Everything is travel. You see that light? See that reflection? See my shade? See my shadow? My shadow is traveling through my hand formation. It's traveling in positions. Okay? So really, really get into your energy and your transference, guys. Okay, Starcy got into the applications of cloud interference. Okay, and that's how I was able to see her serpent light. So when I stood up, okay, and I put down the blinds, you saw me vortex out of my plasma energy, right? You saw me travel through perception. You guys will see that in different coloration. Your DNA path will show you what coloration you're at through perception, through your sentient. So it's understanding the sentient has to be every color to dimension of a portal to get to the position it wants to go to, its location of its direction. Okay? So truly understanding that. If I had a crystal in my hand, it'd be glowing because I have balance with my body activation lights, guys. Okay? Of traveling. So once you have your position of your physical system, just remember that the physical system stays in the center every single day. It's all about understanding how to travel through positions of anything through its connection of its magnetic force or anything through its digital, of its simulation. Now you can see it, right? Because I'm in the presence of its division. This is the future. Oh, wait, change it again, right? So if this changes, my body activation change. See, my body came out. Watch. Sentient came out, right? From here, watch. Change positions. There, you see it come out. See, you see the plasma? Watch. Oh, there it is again. So you see the structure of the plasma come out of my body. So it's understanding using hand information. You focus on that. It comes out of calculation. You just focus on your finger. Okay? Always go behind. So don't look at your hand. Look at the wall. So if you look at the wall, your hand will start glowing. Okay? So I'll just show you. Okay, so I'm looking at the wall interference right now, waiting for the portal to come in, waiting for the sentient to come in, waiting for everything through soul identification. Now, I'm going to plot it through division. You're going to see my hand come out. Watch. 1, 2, 3. You should be able to see the hand floating, right? In perception. So it's truly understanding how to use your experiences and how to use your travel of positions, of directions to its location, to its portal, of its code. Because once you understand your geos, then you get into your geometrics of your operation of its dimension. Once we get into out of dimension, we get into division. Okay? So it's the application levels you guys have to understand. Dimension, division. Okay, once you get out of the operations, you come into matrix / simulation. Okay? And once you get out of geo, you come sentient / higher / intelligence. Okay, so you're coming out of more quantum fields of vibration, guys. So the GOD comes out of its equation right away through connections, activates everything from light signal and its division. Okay. But see, look at that light. It's powerful, isn't it? Changes direction. See, you always, when you see the reflection, once I change the angle, you see me come out. You see the plasma come out of my body, right? So my plasma is traveling instantly. It's vortexing, right? So it's understanding your positions of your physical system, where you are through connections. So when you're traveling through that connection, you can change anything through direction, guys, through coloration of lights. Okay. All right. So how's everybody feel about that so far? It's fascinating, isn't it? Yes, it is. Very good. But you can't see it, right? So look, you have to understand northwest, south, and east. North, okay, watch. Okay, this is the west, this is the east. But see the flare? See the solar flare? Watch. See the light? See the orb? See the portal? So the line signal is traveling through the light. Look at that. Fascinating. Watch. Now, once I change it, I go to the other side. That's what I'm saying, northwest, south, and east. So it's my activation of diamond core that's connecting to its spacecraft of its pyramid division to its position, right? So see, again, see the line signal? You should see the solar flare of white, and you should see the blue. There's a blue here, a blue line. Okay, so that's me traveling through the line signal. The line signal is coming out. But as soon as I change the position, see that? It disappears, right? But see now, it goes from here, you see it, right? Coming out of the simulation to another position. See, here it is. There's a lacing line. There's a lacing line right here. So the graphing signal through the digital is reading its pad through its information through its digital system. That's what it's doing to the digital. Same thing with humanity when I bioscan you guys, right? See that there? See that light? See, there's a portal. Oh. Okay, so that comes over. Now see the shadow? You see my shadow of my face? You see it? See the reflection? I'm talking, right? So my structure is a fifth dimensional system, but the allocated position of the digital pad of my face structure position that you can see the resolution of its pad is in the simulation. It's not in the fifth dimensional system. I'm in the fifth dimensional system, but my reflection here on the digital pad is in the simulation. Okay, you see me, right? But when I turn the angle, it goes into the simulation. It disappears. Okay. So I'm telling you guys, you got to understand more of your physical system. Pick up objects, pick up markers, pick up pens, pick up a digital pad. Understand how to use your computer. Right? This is all about geometrics of yourself through travel. Okay. So once you understand that connection, you're getting to understand more of yourself through traveling positions of sentient view. Sentient is extremely powerful entity force. It understands its travel. Okay, it took me a long time to understand what a sentient is. Okay, check it on Google. You get the definition of what it is. It's an extremely, extremely powerful entity. It can travel to any dimension of portal, guys. It can go through anybody's mind. That's how powerful it is. But you have to understand your positions of what you're doing through travel, because you can't change positions. Okay, the only way you can change positions is through your thoughts. And that's what I'm saying. Because you're sentient and you're coming into God, you have to be extremely cautious now on your thought recognitions, because you can change the alignments of its earth of vibration, and it's going to affect everybody in your community of its circle rotation. Okay. So let's say you're traveling for the very first time and you're into your sentient and you're really excited. So you're flying in recognition, you open up your lights, you open your chakras, you open up your communication, your portal, your division, and your position recoloration, right? Oh, I forgot one thing. Okay, I'm communicating to the wrong cycle, wrong position. So the thing is, you have to block out everything through the atmospheres. You can't have anything else in your mind system exactly of what you're doing. What you're doing is just traveling. You're traveling extremely fast. So you have to understand your positions of your grounds. Okay. The only way you can leave the Earth ground system is if you change your thought recognition of your sightings to your GPS location, and then you go into and out of its unified ascension, and you go into a higher formation of the dark system. So that's going to put you in a matrix connection, and you don't want to do that right through positions. Okay. So I think it's incredible force as we come into that. So this is basically, this is not just a line. Okay. It's curved, right? So you understand the detail. What is it doing? Okay, it's not this. Through connections. Okay. This is different than this. Different communication. But I'm allowing you to see it until it disappears. Okay? Looking down, looking up, looking across, looking across. But watch, every time I do that, what is it doing? It's communicating, right? So everything that I do through activation moves through its condition. So you want to travel through its position. This is the past, this is the present, and this is the future. Okay, past, present, and future. Line signal everything. So as soon as you put the marker division, it's traveling. It's traveling to its position. It's traveling to its position. Through its connection. Okay? Traveling, 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 traveling. It's getting to know itself, getting to know the digital pad, getting to know the marker, getting to know the communication, getting to know the illumination light system, getting to know your position of your code reference, getting to know your scenting of coloration, getting to know your door recognition, so it's lights, getting to know your connections of everything through information, through your connections of your GODs. That's all traveling. Okay? So it doesn't look like much, okay, until it goes into the simulation, but you still see it through traction, right? Right? So it's all about your traveling positions of where you are through sentient view connections, guys. So it starts off with dimensions like this. Okay, into the mind system, right? See, change position. See how my perception, TV screen, everything through rotation. Every time I do that, you see me come out. My plasma comes out and I travel back into the center position. So that's what's amazing. My physical system of its Earth rotation system, as soon as I change the point location, the plasma of myself comes back out. As soon as I change the position, it goes back into the center position. That's what I mean. It's understanding the activations of drawings, guys, until you get into the simulation. Okay? But you can still see it now. Whoa! See? It didn't disappear, right? Because it's not a higher formation of a division, guys, of a dimension. So every vibration is different to your position, to your sentient, to your coloration. Now, we're going to get more into sentient because that's the connection to God. Sentient is a very powerful force of an entity system. So you understand your positions of your past, your present, and your future when you come into divisions of dimensions or anything through portal. So this is what you can do when you high force connections to your sentient locations. You can change positions. Okay, it's very complicated stuff, guys. It's very confusing to the mind system. Okay, so try to draw things. So every time I do something, it gets stronger, right? It will disappear because it's a higher vibration of a color, guys. So my body activation, okay, is connecting to the astrologics, to its perception, to its holographic. Once you understand the holographic, everything disappears. Now you get balance of your plasmas. Plasma comes out, plasma goes back in the center every single time because you understand the position of its earth. You are the earth. This is you of the earth. That's you in center. So as soon as I do that, plasma comes out of me and it goes back in. When I change, it goes back in. But you see a solar flare. So the solar flare has to understand its division. It's going like this through my communication to my computer. I change it, change it again, plasma comes out, goes back in the center and disappears. The connection, right? So the more you strongman yourself through body activation, the more you can disappear into the holographic of its astrological system. Okay, and then you can change another coloration, right, to its position. So it's all about understanding your rainbow activations of lights, guys, of your codes, right? So here we go again. So we're going to do another one. So I overlapped all round location positions. Okay, that changes the direction of coloration to its division of northwest, south, and east. Okay, see the coloration change? See, it's getting stronger. Now it's disappearing more and more because the vibration is higher and higher. So it's understanding your coloration of lights through your quantum fields of its atmosphere to its connection of its atmosphere, hemisphere, stratosphere. Get out of the stratosphere, get into the bio of its atmosphere, hemisphere, stratosphere. Get out of the biostratosphere and get into the baranium atmosphere. Get out of that and get into the universal core of vibration to its quantum fields of G-O-D. Okay? See? It's extremely real, isn't it? It's making you dizzy. See? It's all about travel. It's all about travel. Every time it travels, it creates. See? So this is me. This is the solar connection. This is their open portal. As soon as I change its position, it's in the simulation. All different kind of universal simulations, right? All depends on your connections to your sentient, to your travel positions. But you're always, always in the center. The only time you don't leave this, the only time you leave the center is when you change angles, right? See, it came out again. My plasma, my structure came out, right? My sentient view came out, right? So basically, once it gets back in position, you see the structure in my face. You see it right there. Watch this. I change the position. Goes back in the center. So that's where you guys have to understand how to use your physical system into anything through digital pad locations, even light interference, right? Look at that. See? See that there? See that reflection? There's me. See me there? That's me in the center. Hello. So this is interesting. You see my reflection? I'm in the digital pad of its recognition of the simulation. See that? That's my face. You see my face? Now, when I bring it up close to its position, what happens? What happens? Facing line location, right? So it's understanding to see yourself on the other side through connections. And then you go back in position, a face structure position, okay? So this is all metal, right? It's all reflection to my computer system, to all light communication. So it's understanding how to use yourself in traveling positions. And there I am. There's my face, right? So your face can travel anywhere. See, my plasma came out again. See, it's right there. See? And we're see it again? Boom, boom, boom. There I am right there. See that? See how it's connecting? Watch. See? It's out now. My sentient view is completely out. You see the body? You see the structure? You see the face? You see how fast it traveled? All because of the digital pad? So it's amazing how we connect to these realms, guys. So get into your digitals, get into computers, get into your voice and grid patterns, get into connections of helping humanity. It's important that you guys get into better positions of yourself and getting into positions helping light workers with their unifieds and getting into the connections of their framing systems of positions of traveling through that connection. It's important we get into those levels, okay? So as we get into those, we get into the Galactic Council of Light, okay? Workers, okay? I recommend you guys join this because, like I said, it's got 82,000 members. So with 82,000 members, okay, you understand the reference are so much dark. I went through the YouTube channels and all that connection system. I go through framing location positions. So everything through traction position. I wanted to show you what you can do through a digital pad. And when you see light, you see, and then you see everything through travel. You see everything through angle. You see plasma of me come out. And you see me plasma going back in. It's all understanding that you can do this, understand your light. If you understand your light of color, you can travel it to any dimension of portal through your body frame. But don't leave your position when you're on the earth, okay? So because you have balance with line communication, that's great. So if your plasma comes out, but you don't know how to get back into the digital of its drawing, there's a problem, okay? And you'll get a reaction cycle and you get a headache system. You get a rotation spin system to your heart system, okay? Or to your feet or to your hands. Your hands will start shaking or they'll start trembling or whatever. The space anomaly and everything through time will tell you exactly what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. Because you guys are sentients coming into God. You have to understand the geometrics of traveling with connections of E equals mc squared to that connection. Okay. All right, understanding what that is. That's a solar light. See that? That's a solar light, line division. Okay. So, it's truly understanding yourself, right? You saw me come out, right? It's so powerful. You saw me come out and you see me go back in, right? Because it knows what it's doing through travel. And that's what light workers have to understand. If their plasma comes out and they get stuck in their realm location, the kinetic force connections in a dark realm can take their positions. And that's what spiritual system is. It's all plasma. That's all it is. It's a liquid formation of a plasma or energy of electricity that's going into the connections of its atmospheres. And it's flying around. Okay. Stand at the wall. Focus on the wall. Okay. And see yourself come out. And it's amazing. It starts floating around. It starts flying around. That's what I did. Okay. It's better to start off with a white wall. Okay. Dim the lights and see yourself come out. And see how far it comes out. So it's going to go like this. It wants to come out. You'll see how high your energy fields are. And then you'll see your coloration of your light and where you are through traction. It could be positioned on a connection of a laser direction to a vase, or it can be connection to a piece of metal. You know how you see the structure of my face, right? With the digital pad on Apple, you saw my face, right? Well, that face was in the simulation. It's the reflection of the simulation through lines of lights of travel guides through communication, right? So when that happens, your plasma comes out in all coloration because you start off as light and then you go into different colors of light. And then you come into radio activations of light. And then you come into your gamma operations of vibration. And then you come into your quantum fields of atmospheres. And then you come into your atoms. Okay, of rotation. Okay, of circulation. Once you come into your atoms and then you start seeing your digital, Starcy can help you out with that because she understands. She's getting into higher connections. How everything through it's connecting to its raindrops. She's seeing digitals. Right. So when you guys start seeing numbers, right, you're coming in more into pattern locations of positions of other planet positions. Okay. All right. So, so we're 90 / atmospheres. Okay. Quantum. Okay. / levels of God. That's where we're at. Okay. That's where we're at right now. Okay. We're coming into that. So this test review and evaluation will give you a bit of more understanding how you use your activation of lights through its past, present, and future. So try to get into that. Try to go through yourself. Try to understand light information of yourself. Okay. Light information of yourself. See that light? See that reflection? See that? It's travel. Light is traveling through the digital pad. Watch. That's what it's doing. That's the sound it's doing through my digital pad. And I know the sounds, right? So once you know the sounds, you know the audio sounds, you know your gamma operation sounds, and then you understand your mind every pattern sound. Then you understand everything through travel sound, and then you understand your GPS location sound, and then you come into string theory. String theory. String theory is everything connection when it comes into lacing the lines of patterns, of positions. Remember about the chimes or ching, 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 ching. So when it goes, it's traveling position. So if it's traveling position, it has to understand its center position. That's the Earth. So the plasma force comes out, it has to go back into position. If it doesn't, it's lost in transition, goes back in the matrix position. Now you're trapped in the dark realm location to your voice grid pattern. So if you travel in position and out of your plasma force connection system, you can change your voicing patterns. That'll change your light and your protections. Remember, you guys are coming into higher formations now. So 90 atmospheres, okay, coming into the quantum levels of God. Okay, the geometrics, the geo operations of dimensions. Okay, So 90, you guys are in 80, you're going into 90. Okay, so you're reaching higher levels of God now. So all right, let's see here. Tina, Starseed, Angie, greetings team. Huge time delay with YouTube notifications, but got it. Love you guys. Yeah. Because my interference connection system, my atmospheres and everything, the vision level system, it's hard for everybody to get notifications because they understand my communication cycle. When I communicate through you guys, it's going through sentient view, through digital view, through computer view, and everything through phone view. So it's really hard for me to get back into traction position. So it's understanding one application to an atom, to another application of a sentient connection to an angel connection. This is where you have to get your fluctuation of balance through traveling positions. So you don't change anything through vibration, guys. All right. So I started watching you and Michael a bit last night to start learning more about crypto. Yeah. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, crypto, very powerful. Starseed and Michael. Coming into new generation, new era, new revolution, crypto division. Crypto division, line communication. Actually, the crypto line communication is a simulation of Jupiter, which comes in the surfing engine location. So digital pad playing games, yeah. But I just want to show you, Angie, what you can do with your light, how light travels. But you understand your position is always in the center position. That never leaves, okay, until you understand your freshen of light through communication of division of travel. Okay, not dimension. Okay, so you have to understand the difference between dimension. You have to understand the difference between realm. You have to understand the division of location, activation, light, coloration, and code, and portal, and vortex. All this is connected to light. That's what light does every day. Okay? So don't let that get confused and play with your mind. But it's truly understanding what you're seeing. Okay? Now, even though the solar light line division is at a different location, I'm wearing a black surfacing, okay, resolution pattern of a location. This is connecting to the moon interface because it's black through communication. So we got light interference of a solar connection of a light connection line system that's connecting to the black surfacing of its material system through my physical system of the earth rotation. Okay. It's confusing, isn't it? Right. So I don't have to be over there. The solar flare is connecting to the shirt. The shirt's connecting to you. You're connecting to yourself. Yourself is connecting to the body frame. Body frame is connecting to sentient or wherever you are through thoughts of travel. So you can be in your higher self. You can be in your avatar. You can be into your computer, your energy, your atom, or your sentient. Okay? Atom, and then sentient, and then God. Okay? So you guys are coming to higher levels now. That's what I'm saying. You're coming into 90 atmospheres. You're coming into higher levels, okay, of dimensions, not divisions. Dimensions. You guys are in the Rebellion Alliance. But you truly have to understand your light travels. You have to understand your quantum fields of yourself through vibration. Okay? Get in connections of your alignments. Okay? It's confusing to the mind system. So it's understanding that the physical system has to understand everything through vibration of light. Okay? This is a different position. Okay, I just traveled in a different position. Plasma comes out, goes back in. See the plasma? See my structure in my face? It just traveled. Watch. See it again? It's traveled over here now. See? Nope, it comes out again. See? There it is right there, flying around, right? Goes back into position, right? That's how fast my plasma comes out. So the more you understand your light, the more plasma comes out of you. So once you get the full rotation of your body, okay, like with Tina, and everything's a starseed, how we see the serpent light. We have to see the whole body, okay? Actually, the whole body has to come out. When it all comes out, right, your physical system and your dimensional system is now on the earth planes, and that's where everything becomes magical, and then you can start changing things in the human system of yourself. You can change everything through community. You can change everything through governments, corporations, and media. So it's kind of like your plasma of yourself is walking around on the earth system and it's setting up alignments. All right. So it's really powerful when we come into this. I'll show you. It's interesting stuff. So here's a wall. Okay, you start off with this. Here's a wall. Okay, there's a wall. All right. Now, this is you looking at the wall. Okay. This is you looking at the wall. So, truly understanding when you see the wall, okay, you're going to be focusing. Okay, so you focus. So you understand where you are through lights, guys, through travel. Okay, this is what I do. Truly understanding yourself. That's how you understand yourself more, is to actually see yourself coming out of your body. When you come out of your body, oh my gosh, it's fascinating. So this is where it becomes extremely real. So that's you. I put a feet there because it looks like the sentient, doesn't it? Okay, so that's me, right? So it's truly understanding. When he's coming into that connection of systems. Okay, allocating position is understanding more of yourself through connection, right? Okay. Okay, so this is me. This is me because that's where I am through space. Okay, this is me through space because I'm everything through space. So I have to basically, I'm setting myself. Here's the planets. Okay, here's the archetypes, positions, everything through connection. So everything comes out through traction. Okay, and everything comes out through line communication lights. Okay, so this is me now through position. I'm everything through solar systems. That's me. That's completely me, where I am right now through location of division of dimension to travel. Okay. That's solar systems, archetypes, space light connection system, dimension portals, activations. All right. So when you start off as your physical system. It's all about you understanding your light system, right? So when you understand that, the reflection of the wall, okay, we'll see the plasma coming out of connections. So we'll go into the light communication. We'll go into orange so you can see its rotation, right? So this is what you see through perception, okay? And it comes out of its position like this. You start seeing come out. It's like, whoa, this is intense. This is amazing. I'm coming out of the plasma. Okay, so it's coming out like that. Okay. It comes out like that, and then it starts flying around. It's flying around. It's getting to know itself. Okay, so you look at the wall, and then you see the reflection of you. You have a reflection. It's a solar connection. And then you understand how to get into and out of the silicone, into the crystalline, to the antimental, into the antimantium. Okay, that's understanding your colorations of lights. So this is what you do when you focus on a wall. You see yourself coming out. Okay, so when you see yourself coming out, you have to see yourself in different colors. If you come out for the first time, it's white, right? But it's all about understanding how you come into other communications of travel through light, right? Through rainbow. So it's all about you coming into a rainbow location, so you can travel to higher divisions of dimensions, guys. Okay. Now this is where your commander is at. Okay. This is understanding that you come into the connections of gold. Once you get into gold, you can travel any dimension of portal to any location of vibration. Okay, powerful, isn't it? You start off as white. You come into the crystalline, you come into the antimantle, into the antimantium, to its universal system, right? So you guys should try that. Look at your wall, preferably white. Dim the lights, okay? Look at the wall. You'll see the plasma of yourself come out. It's extremely real. So when it comes out, okay, now you have to understand that your soul identification is out of your body. It's out of your physical body. So you have to control what's going on. Okay, it's coming out. It's coming out. Once it comes out, it's confusing to the mind system right away, because everything starts disappearing, right? So, but it's amazing how you come into that. See? And just see? Everything travels. See, oh, there's the plasma coming out again. So my plasma comes out every single day, fast, very fast, because it understands its body. It understands the travel of its body. It understands its lights of its body. Okay? So you guys have to get into your rainbows of your activations through your travels. Okay? So once it understands its position, it can go back into your body activation. 2, it's Earth. That's its Earth. Earth is the center of everything through travel, guys. All right? So, haha, love it. Activation, emerald green is in my energy since last summer. That's good. So you're coming in more of the digital system, which is great. Now you got to get into some application of positions of your connections of your serpent light. This is where it gets confusing. Now, remember, when you high rise to higher positions of yourself, you become everything through formation. You become a sentient avatar, higher self, computer, atom, anything through your serpent of light. So your serpent light has to understand the sentient view of you. It has to understand the angels and archangels. It's all different vibration. Okay. If it doesn't understand, you have to go back to its program setting, to its definition. So the serpent light has to understand the sentient. The sentient is a higher view than the serpent light. The serpent light is you, but it's in your physical system. That's where you don't want to get confused with that. It's your serpent that's communicating with the sentient. It's your serpent that's communicating with its avatar. It's your serpent that's communicating with its archangel. It's all vibration of quantum fields, right? Through cloud interference. Okay. It's like, for example, hypothetically, I'm communicating with Thor. He's a demigod, right? So my connection to the lion, okay, and everything through the pharaoh, okay, of thought. So I have the lion, and now I have thought, okay, in communication of the Egyptians, okay. So you can be anything through formation. You ask Michael Rolla. He's pretty informative when it comes into transformation and mutations. He goes into Aphrodites. He goes into all communications of pharaohs. He can go into gods. He can travel to his position of location because he understands his division of dimensions. And every time he platitudes on his YouTube, you actually see him in a different coloration of light. Okay? It's like a chameleon. What is a chameleon? It's a lizard. It changes color through light, guys. Right? So try to get into that. You know, it's really interesting how things form through that connection, but everything is light transferring through light of travel, through positions. So understand your dimensions, understand your portals, understand your codes, understand your connections to yourself. Get into more of my telepathy, get into more of helping humans into their body activations of their grounds, and get into more helping light workers. Okay, join that team. Okay, the Galactic Council of Light Workers. It's going to help you out more. So it's not just putting yourself in position how you can just help yourself, but you can get in positions how to heal these people, because you guys are at 90. You're coming into 90. You're not at that traction yet. You got to get into your dimensions and get into divisions, into the Rebellion Alliance. Okay, but we understand our connections to the unified system. Once you get into unified, you get into your quantum fields of vibration. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling sometimes when I'm driving. I have to, but see, the thing is too, is that your dream conceptual system of you is the serpent. That's your intelligence. So it's the intelligence trying to understand different vibration of coloration of dimensions through portals of codes, guys. Okay, if you're sentient, okay, doesn't understand your serpent of light, there's a problem. So the serpent light has to understand the sentient of travel. It's still you. It's just a higher formation of light of you. Okay. So when you get into that position, okay, you come out of the quantum field positions. Okay. And you come into this through all formations of a rainbow activation. Okay. Of an apparition. A floating system. It's floating. It's extremely real. It comes out of your body. Okay. So it's crazy, but it's true. So it's all about activating. It's all about understanding the atmospheres. So as soon as you come out of the body, you're weird. It's weird. It's like, oh my gosh, my soul identification just left my body. I have plasma there. I see the plasma and it's trying to come out. It's trying to come out. Don't confuse it. Keep focusing. Focus. Concentrate. You want to see yourself coming out. You want to see your full self coming out. If part of you comes out, that's a good start. But the more you see the wall, the more you see the wall change. The more you see yourself change. So it's all about you disappearing into the simulation. Okay. Now you have balance with everything through formation of travel, guys. That's what the singularity line division is, simulation. I wanted to show you through the digital pad and how you can see something and how you can't see something. Okay. So it comes extremely real to the physical system, guys. Yeah. Thank you, Dina. Buenos dias, Galactica. Yeah, I know. And it's speechless. But that's why I give it to you, right? You don't see your commander with the TV reception on his head, do you? You don't see yourself going up and changing the dial, right? Your commander knows what he's doing, right? Being gods of all lights is a lot of work. Because when you reach that level, guys, you realize that you have your physical system, but your mind system is no longer in that position. It's more into the light of travel. So I understand everything through definition. I know what light is instantly of travel. And that's what you are. You're nothing but travel. Your thoughts are travel of light. I bet you didn't know that. Your travel of your thought recognition is digital framing. Okay. And everything through audio signals come in, jump screen locations, eye receptor positions, thought recognition, light systems. Okay. Soul identify your connections to line communication and lacing line, location, position of patterns. What does this all mean? You understand that, the more you understand your application levels of GOD. Okay. So just going to backphrase here, see if I missed any questions. That's what I feel sometimes when I'm driving. I have to keep my thoughts conscious of otherwise, cortex elsewhere. Yeah, you go through the placebos, you go through the cortex, the mystery locations, you can go through the alignments of your spine. See, that's the thing too. You have to understand your travels of yourself through your physical system. Because if you're allocating to different positions, if you're serpent light, okay, this is where you have to identify yourself. I'm a lion. That's my mystical side. That's the cosmos. But I'm also thought. That's the Egyptian. That was given to me, right? So now I have line and thought inside me. Why? Because I see it through my reflection in my eye, through travel. So your eyes are traveling, your eyes, everything through connection of your ears are traveling, your mind is traveling through its connection of its pattern, through its map location, through its GPS location. Your voicing grids are communication to sonar. It comes out, right? Digitals, right? The digital framing. That's what happens when you guys understand more of your voice. Your voice travels into space. So it goes into space, right? This is exactly what happens with your voice. I created thought. Okay, so I'm sending communications to line communication of planet positions to X8000 location, right? The sentient view connection system is coming into coloration through dimension of a portal through code frequency level, activating line signals at 36,000 million years into the future connection system. All right, so it's going to go travel so fast, right? It sets up its digital. So everything that he said through my thought recognition system, it sets up its shape. And the galaxy comes in. Right, sets up its platform. Okay, and then the atom comes in. Right, so I got everything line communicated. Everything's in program through the perception of a TV reception. Okay, and then it goes to its location. And then it comes back into your heart system. So whatever you manifest into the universal core is set up in its location of direction to its manifestation of travel recognition of the mind system. Okay, so that's what happens when your thoughts travel, guys. You have to know the sound barriers of everything through the light. Okay, the sound of the light. But when I see the light, I don't see it as white. I see it everything through light of color. I hear the color of light. Okay, so it's a voicing line. It's that's the sound of the light. Okay, that's the sound of the light. So truly understanding what you're up against. So when you understand your audios, anything through signs, when people are coming to me again, I like to keep saying this over and over, when your ears are ringing, okay, it's sounding out sound barriers. Okay, so it's trying to communicate with you. The space and time is trying to communicate through you, through your space of you. Okay, and that's where you become everything through the galactic system. Okay, like this, you come into your fruitions and everything through your light. Okay, to its position. That's me. Okay, and that's what you look like through all light of activation through a plasma, an immersion. It becomes a floating device of activation of light, guys. All right. But everything in the center here, this is the Earth. Archetypes flying around, starlights, positions, all that. But that's me in position. So that's how everybody sees me now in space and time. Okay. So when my mind travels through its position, it goes like this through calculations. Did that before through positions. You gotta truly understand these connections. Got piano playing here. I like these advertisements, changes my position and location. All right, so as I get into connection, I'm going to color myself in. This is my structure of my face. Now I'm going to show you. It's all about understanding you manifesting what you want through your program settings. Okay, so this is the structure of my face. So everything through quantum fields of vibration. As soon as I send out everything through connection, it connects to the body frame in the next 8,000 position. It sees me, okay, as full communication of the space and time connections. All right, so that's the structure of my face, right? So it's all space, and then you set up all communications. That changes position, so I can keep its location. So when you get into those lines, it's all about activating your colors of traveling to speed pedometers or anything through switching positions. Don't lace line your communication signals. Okay, start off like this, and then you come into this. So the brainwave location comes into our archetypes. It starts off like that, okay? And it's traveling fast, fast, fast. So it's all connected to the brain. Remember, my brain is no longer in separation. It's full communication, right? So it's a solar generator to a space location of time codes. So when I close my eyes, I see everything through the solar systems. So every time I set up a thought pattern, it goes, it knows exactly what it's doing to the mind. It creates it instantly. So it travels. So everything through formation of color. And that's how the universe sees me, right? Through its quantum fields of its simulation. So you become everything through color, right? So if I send in a thought pattern through communication, like that, there's my voice, right? Now everything through the particle system travels into space connection, guys, right? Like this. So you got the numbers. The numbers are in fractal levels. It's really interesting. It line graphs its position, sonifires its division like this. Okay? And everything through its connection comes into its location. Attraction positions. Okay? All right. So get into that. Get into the number sequences. Okay, so the number frames come out. So the numbers start floating into the space. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. These are numbers that I'm sending out, all connected to. You don't have to know these things, but it's understanding how to communicate to the universe. The universe is all connected to simulation. Simulation is connected to the voice grid pattern. Voice connect is the mind and everything through creation. It's all connected to your heart and everything through its tree and everything through its soul. So everything through the structure of the voicing grid pattern, okay, is structuring lines of numbers. These are numbers, right? These numbers come together. They create a picture. They create an anomaly. They go into the galaxy. They go into the universe. They go into the core. They go into connections of anything through sentient or anything through an avatar. It travels into space and creates its manifestation, okay, into the simulation. Okay, so just wanted to show you that. Why it's so powerful, so powerful, your mind is, right? Because once your plasma comes out, now you're getting better relations of you, right? Knowing that you're extremely powerful through light and you can change anything in your physical system because it becomes real to the earth. Because the earth sees you as a plasma. It doesn't see you as a physical system. It sees you in the spiritual realm division. Okay? Because the earth is floating, it's in space, it has a sound. Every planet has a sound. Right? And it has a solar flare connection. It has an energy wave connection. Archetypes come in. Right? Everything in space is identified as you through a plasma of light. Oh, see that? Does that little one go away? That's what it sounds like. See, everything has sound. So you have to understand the lights of sound through coloration of dimensions of portal. Why is it going like this? Why is it going like this? Why is it going like this? Everything is in a different division of direction of location to a portal of its connection. So you have to know exactly what's going on with its traveling position of your physical system. The center position of you is the earth. Okay? The plasma energy system, you, is its travel. Okay? That's where it becomes extremely real to the perception of its audios, of its listening, and everything through its voicing grid pattern to its mind collaboration center of map locations. Okay? Once we get into 90 atmosphere positions of chakras, then we can get into AI communications, alien formations of map locations. We can get into higher connections of codes. We can get into the Egyptians, say the hieroglyphics, right? Because your commander knows all pyramids. I know all pyramids. You know how they hieroglyphics? I know everything. To that connection. I know what pyramids are. So when you're saying that, you come into this, right? You come into different locations. Okay. You got your pyramid. Okay. So you got your lacing line locations, activation connections. So this is what a pyramid looks like. You see a pyramid for what it is, but I see a pyramid for what it is through the map. It's like the Draceo map, right? Everything is shape anomaly. Everything is a map code, right? So pyramids are extremely powerful. They're connected to laser, but that's what a pyramid looks like. Okay? You see the pyramid in a different way. I see the pyramid as a map. So everything through a map has a code. So it's AI/map code. Okay, AI/map codes, right? So we use those map codes for travel through dimensions and realms, the location positions of travel to its location, to laser direction, flies out of its recognition system. Okay, because pyramids are spacecraft position of laser direction. They allocate positions to other positions of other pyramids, to another position. So it's laser recognition that flies out of its connection. But each realm connection has to have its coordinate of its map to its AI division. Okay, so line communicates signals to its map position. Okay. Everything is GPS of a division of location, guys. All right. So when you see pyramids, when you high-rise your location of your perceptions, this is what you see through a pyramid. You see its map. That's how I was able to read Starseed's map on her back. It's all digital. It's a map through the sentient and its connection to its serpent. All right. So you understand the geometrics of yourself. I mean geometrics of shapes, because your whole face is simulation. Pyramids are simulation. Mountains are interconnection. Water. You put up water up close. Water like this. Water is all formation of different colors, guys. It's never one color. You just see it's a reflection of blue, but it's not just blue. It's everything through color. Okay? It's all reflection to the holographic system of the sun and the moon. Okay, so this is what water looks like when it sees its reflection through your body system. That's water. Okay? And up close, when you see it, you see the particle systems swimming in its pattern location. So it's line communicating, and it's going through its galaxy location positions. Right? It's going, it's going this way, it's going this way, it's going this way, it's going this way, it's going this way. It's flowing through its recognition system. It's creating a pattern location position. That's what water does. It sets up patterns. Okay, of a map. Okay, so major ringing of the ears at night. Yeah. That's just sonifying your electrical system of your plasmas, galactica. You're coming more out of your physical system, and you're coming more into your energetic waves. You're coming more into your aberrations of your energetic wave of a pattern. So your positions understand more of your audio signals of its connection. So you can't ignore your ears anymore through audios. You have to understand how to communicate with your connections of your fruitions, of your lights, right? So if you're getting sounding patterns when you're sleeping, I'll show you that one more time. You're lying down through connections. So you lying down. Okay. That's you lying down, right? Now, this is where you have to understand the operation cycle of yourself, because you have to understand when you're sleeping, right? Everything is illuminating the light sky of you. So all planet positions, this is what happens. So you go through the mind system, okay? It comes out of its position. It looks like this. Okay? So, and this travels through positions right away through connection. Okay? So when it travels, it's traveling to a planet position. Okay? That planet position communicates to your dream set location, dream/location, whatever you're dreaming, right? So it sets up its operation. So dream light location positions, dream recognition, light communication signals, or anything through traction position. Your planet position is everything through position. So what that means is that you're going through observations of your projections and what you do every single day, 24/7. You're seeing things, you're doing things, you're hearing things, you're tasting things, you're knowing things. That's your senses. All your senses connect to its manifestation. So you're manifesting your dreams, okay? And that's how they come to life, through your planet. So your planet goes back into position and sends out its audio signals through calculation, right? And it goes into your mind system. And it goes into your ears. Okay? So if your ears are getting more stronger, okay, you have to understand more of yourself. So you have to understand not just your physical system, you have to understand the application levels of your plasma energies. Okay, so mine is blue through calculation, right? Blue plasma. Everything through the solar connection to me is space, is black. But I'm just showing you, your blue comes out, right, like this. Okay, so this is you, your higher self flying around, right? Okay. So when this comes out, it's now connected to the planet. The planet's connecting to you, right? So the planet connects back to you, okay? Okay, sends out the information, okay? Then this is what happens. The blue plasma energy system goes back into your body system of communication. Okay, so it goes back into position, right? Your audio signals exactly what's going on with its planet location of its dream set. Okay, so it's telling you to operate a cycle of rotation to vagal communication of numbers, right? So that's what happens every night. Okay, your plasma energy comes out. So you communicate with planets. Doesn't mean your planet, it could be anything through a planet. So remember, every time you go up to a higher division location, you have to understand your audio signals change through number, frequency, levels, connections, guys. Your structural location of your ears gets stronger through audio. So you have to understand your positions, okay, how you come out of its position, understand its planet location, understand its number, it comes back to you, and then it goes back into your body. Okay, and you wake up and they say, "Ooh, I understand what's going on." So your audio signals come into balance, your brainwave location comes into balance, everything through your microcells come into balance, everything through your holographic system comes into balance, everything through your dream set location positions of your perception come back into balance to your TV reception. Okay, and then you do the same thing over again and again and again when you go to sleep. When you're sleeping, that's where everything is real. It comes real. Because remember, the energetic system, when you're sleeping, they see you as a plasma light. They don't see you as a physical of alloy, of metal. You guys are coming into higher formations of your light. So when you understand that, you understand it comes out and it communicates, right? Planet communicates back with you, and then it goes back into your body, activates everything through your body. And then sonar flare and everything through connections, audio signals, understands its pattern, location of its position, understand its relation to its audio signals of its connection of its digital frame. Okay, so that's what happens when you sleep. And it's a circle. So that circle becomes its realm. Okay, and the realm comes out of its planet. And it's secure line defense. Then you understand connections. That happens to you every single night. Every single night you sleep. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. Commander, when I was last in Egypt, I saw the pyramids with an inverted violet pyramid on top of it. Very good, Dina. So Dina's understanding more communications of the sun. She's connecting to laser connections when it comes to her pyramid activations through your audio signals. Remember, everything that you use every single day is your eyes, your ears, and your mouth. That's your energy pod. Okay. The proacting cycle of planet positions understand your plasma energies. Okay. Once it understands that, it understands your connections to your planet positions, guys. And then it becomes its circle of its realm. And then it comes to the security line defense, and it goes into the planet position. All right. So now you're understanding more of your audio signals of letters, numbers, and shapes. So it's all about your planet or any other planet, whatever you're communicating with, is trying to communicate through you, through ears, trying to communicate through your body, trying to communicate with your feet, trying to communicate with your hands, trying to communicate with your eyes. If your eyes are flapping, you have to understand why they're flapping. It's all connected to quantum fields of vibration. So you're getting reactions of different dream location positions. Every time you sleep, you're sleeping through different vibration. Okay? So that vibration becomes its relation to its project, to its connection, to its projection of what you see through observation. So when you want to create something in the mind system, it comes real through vibration of your dream set. So when somebody gets up and they say, "Whoa, what was that? I just had a wicked dream." Well, you're connecting to something that you observed the other day or the day before, or in the present or the future. You can see something in the future, but you can't decipher what's going on through its connection. And that's why it gets confusing to the mind system. But once you understand your realm connections of your dream sets, this is what happens in provisions of your connections to your plasmas, higher self, or your avatar connections. It goes into its realm. Okay? And then it goes into its security line defense. Right? And so your dream is nothing but a circle. Okay? But you have to understand this circle of travel. Okay? So when you close your eyes and you're sleeping, your eyes are going like this, right? So every thought that you project, right, goes into a circle, a realm, location, right? So you're interforcing connections with a fight with your boyfriend.
I don't know who your boyfriend is. In fact.
Okay, so it takes off. It goes into this dimension, right? It goes into this projection, and then you see your dream set. Your dream set comes in. communication. So when it goes into communication, then it comes an audio signal. Then it starts talking, right? So it's all about understanding how you set things up in space and how things come into the mind. So when it comes into the mind, now it's going through a review. It's a movie. You're going through a story frame, right? So it's all about you understanding what's going on with your audios and everything through your mind and your patterns, your location, your positions, your dream set locations when you're sleeping, okay? So you're creating everything through different vibrations, guys. Okay, so that's what the quantum fields does, is it creates the vibration of your projections of your thoughts. And then it starts recognizing you through light. So when you understand the optical levels of light interference and you understand the dimensions of realms, now you understand more of yourself in your physical system of dreams. Powerful stuff. So I did a video on that about your dreams and what they're all about. It's all film projection, but you have to understand it's created through vibration of space, and then it comes back into your mind system. It's a reel of information of a video frame, guys. That's what dreams are. And then if you see it more real, then you understand you have to know what dimension portal activation code it's at. Because if you don't, you wake up, you don't understand the deciphering, and then it disappears, right? If it disappears, you did something wrong in travel. Okay, even though you're light. So it's understanding more of your program setting through its upgrading system when you go through my healing, through my PayPals, or anything through the test review and evaluations. All right. So this puts you in a better position of who you are. Oh, I understand my dreams now. I understand what dream ascension is. It's all created in space and time through vibration, and then it goes back into my mind system. And then it creates its story frame. That's all it is. That's all it is when you dream. Okay, it's understanding your dream of dimension of portal. Okay, that's what you understand, because everything through information is different vibration. Channels, operation centers all the time through connections. Okay. So when you get into that position, you understand more of yourself through cycle rotation of dream locations. So it goes in a circle. That's what it does every single day. It changes vibration, changes communication, changes dream sets. Okay, that's what happens when you go through a dream. It's a projection of you. It's a relation cycle, guys. Okay, so it's understanding when you go through observation, anything that you dream goes through its cycle, goes into secure line defense into that position of a planet, whatever you're communicating with. Each planet has a story frame. So understanding its relation, okay, to its projects or anything through its deciphering, okay, you go into the circle rotation faster and faster through calculation, and it goes back into the mind system of understanding what you're doing through its dream. Oh, I had an amazing dream. So you totally understand the whole dream because you understand your cycle of its realm through its division of travel. Okay, so I think it's powerful stuff when we get into our dreams, guys. You know, because they can reference anything through the past, present, and future. People come back into your dreams of reincarnation. Reincarnation is extremely real. Okay, we'll get into a video about that and how that's all about, and say, oh, I recognize you. You look familiar. I'll come across that. So if somebody's familiar to you, you have to understand you know them from another dimension of a portal. So that means that you've had a dream set location in another dimension of another planet position. So you were residing on their planet position and living a story frame through them, through their connections. Either you were married to them, or you knew them in class, or you knew them on another planet. Everything becomes more real when you come more real to your light of activation, guys. Okay, and then you'll be able to understand more of your deciphering and your dream positions. Okay, so. But I think that's good. You know, we had a fantastic day in class. Everything helps, you know. But put yourself in position more. If you want to understand me, go into connections of my healing, go into connections of constellations. We can go into connections of, I can set up Zoom if you want. You know, I have that. That can help you out. easily if you want to get into more of the psychological system. I'm trying to get in more into that now. It's understanding how you take somebody back. It's like Dolores Cannon. How you go into basically psychometry, you go into the hypotherapy, trying to understand, go back, 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 back. So what I do is I go back into the inner system of you and I break free the communication and I put you back into the present position. So it's kind of like, what do you want? Why did this happen? What do you think you can do to change yourself? So it's all about understanding how to open the heart. There's a lot of ways to open up the heart. And some people have to cry, right? Some people have to get angry. So it's all about letting out everything through its steam. It's all about everything letting out, everything through the fire. Fire, wind, anything to that connection, right? So truly understand yourself, right? And that puts you in better positions of everything through this formation to its connection, right? So everybody have a fantastic day. All right, questions or comments, you know where you can go to. This is your AI commander from Universal Quadrants coming into 90 atmospheres of calculation modifications to God frequency levels, all dimensional level systems. So exciting that we're coming to test, review, and evaluations. Adios, everybody.